Okay. So what we discuss right now? So in today's class, we are going to discuss about the service now. What is service now? What is the use of service now? And how we raise the change. Change means, for example, if you are going to change anything in your network, if you want to change anything in your network, what you need to do? You need to raise the change. Getting my point? So how we can raise the change? This is the thing we are going to discuss. The second one is switch port configuration. In switch port configuration, I told you there are two things. First one is, for example, if you receive any tickets or any request from TAM side related to VLAN change. So where you change the VLAN? On access port or trunk port? This is the very basic question. We change the VLAN on access port, right? Everyone. So we are changing the VLAN on access port. But when we are doing the thing in the CCNA, what we did? For example, this is the switch, and through this switch, this PC is connected, and this is called access port. On access port in CCNA, what we are doing? Going to interface fast Ethernet 0 by 0 and writing the command switch port. Tell me, what is the command? Switch port.
Mode access.
VLAN, for example, 180 like this, right? Everyone. So this is the way we are configuring the VLAN in our CCNA. But in real time, we are not configuring the access port like this. There are multiple commands we need to configure on the access port when you are configuring every time. Fine, everyone. So in today's class, we are going to discuss two things: how we process the VLAN change request, and second one, how we configure the access port in real time. Understand? Anyone who do not understand? It's clear now. Second thing, if you remember, I told you about the MOP, right? MOP is the what? MOP? MOP is the official document. What is MOP? MOP is the official document. It means whenever you are going to change anything in your real-time network, whenever if you want to change anything in the real-time network, what you need to do? You need to create the MOP. MOP means official document. Getting my point, everyone? And you need to present this MOP in front of your manager. Fine, and your manager will review it, and once your manager will approve it, then after you can implement the change. Otherwise, no. Clear, everyone? Understand? So basically, this is the process. This is the process. Understand, everyone? So basically, when you present the MOP in front of your manager will review every command what you are planning to going to configure on the switch, on any devices. This is correct or not, like this. Clear, everyone? So this MOP is what? MOP is the official document. So before implementing any change, you need to prepare it. Fine, done, everyone? Clear? Now, next thing is, first of all, start with the ServiceNow. What is ServiceNow, guys? ServiceNow is the tool. What is? ServiceNow is the tool. What is the use of ServiceNow? The use of ServiceNow is for ticketing purpose. Ticketing purpose. Done, everyone? What is the use of ServiceNow? This is used for ticketing purpose. There are multiple tools. For example, Jira, like this. Jira is also used for ticketing purpose. Okay, but most popular is ServiceNow. Done, everyone? So, what is ServiceNow? ServiceNow is the ticketing tool. Now the thing is, for example, you receive one request from TAM side. What you receive, guys? One request from TAM side. TAM is telling, bro, what you need to do? We have a new client or growth, maybe anything. For example, the client is Facebook. What is the client, guys? Facebook. Fine. Now TAM is telling, I am providing you some switch port detail with you. and please move all the switch port in VLAN number, for example, 220. Are you getting my point, everyone? Yes or no? Clear? Understand what is the request? Request is TAM is telling I am going to provide you switch port details, and now what you need to do, you need to move all the switch port in VLAN 220. Fine. Obviously, Facebook is using which subnet? Are you tell me? For example, if in your company you are using the 10th network, then subnet will be 10.0.22. Are tell me, in your study class I told you na 10.1.220.0
0.
24. This network. Yes or no? Yes. So that's the reason. This is called VLAN ID. So for Facebook, what is the VLAN ID? 220. Done? Everyone. Now, what TAM is telling you? TAM is providing you. See, TAM is telling I am giving you the MAC address of switch. For example, either TAM will provide you the serial number of the switch, or either TAM will provide you the MAC address of the switch. Fine. So, for example, MAC address of switch is B4 C6 98 dot like this. This is the MAC address of switch. TAM provide you. Now TAM is telling you do one thing. Port 24 36 48, and that is for switch 1. Then TAM is telling you 24 28 32 16 for switch 2, and TAM is telling 129 328, not 129, then is this telling 10 to, for example, 18, then telling 23 to 28. This is for switch number 3, like this. TAM is telling please move all the ports in which VLAN? VLAN number 220. Getting my point, everyone? Do you guys understand? Yes or no? Clear? Can you tell me? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Now, focus here one thing. You guys have one confusion. Sir, TAM provide me only one MAC, and TAM is telling this is switch number 1, 2, and 3. It means for every switch there will be a different MAC address. Yes or no? Yes, but you get only one MAC address. But if you remember in the previous class or in the CCNA class, I told you in a real time switches are always in a stack. Switches are always in a stack. Fine. So maybe 1, 2, 3. There are 3 switches, and all the 3 switches are present in stack. Fine. And in a stack, let's suppose in a stack number 1, if there are 3 switches and all the 3 switches is a part of same stack, so you do not need to consider all the 3 switches individually. There is only single switch. Getting my point, everyone? Anyone who do not understand? It's clear, right? So here there are how many switches? 3 switches, but consider all the switches are in single stack number 1. Done, everyone? Now see, as a network engineer, how you process. First of all, what you need to do? You need to create the MOP, right? Everyone, tell me, right na? Okay. So come here on sheet number 1. On sheet number 1, you need to create the information. Information means what are the things you get from the TAM side? What is the request you get from TAM side? Getting my point, everyone? So you need to mention here, everything you need to mention in the MOP. Please remember these things. Otherwise, maybe if, let's suppose, if you did any mistake or anything, then your director and everything will check the MOP. Getting my point? So whatever you are doing, everything you need to mention in the MOP. Fine. So how you can create? You mention here, we receive a request from Facebook TAM regarding what? VLAN change. Understand everyone? Tell me yes or no. Yes? What you receive? You receive VLAN change request from TAM side. From which project? Facebook. Okay. Then mention Facebook is using subnet. What is? For example, 20.1.220.0/24. This is the subnet Facebook is using. Now, what is the VLAN, guys? Facebook is using VLAN 220. Done? Everyone, tell me, guys. Yes or no? Guys, understand?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, what you need to mention? You need to mention name of VLAN 220 is, for example, Facebook data. What is Facebook data? So this is the name of the VLAN. What is this? This is the name of the VLAN. Are you tell me understand everyone? Yes or no? Clear na? This is the name of the VLAN and this is the subnet which Facebook is using. Fine. Now you need to mention we get the below details from local IT team. Local IT team means, tell me one thing. Who will provide you the switch port details? I mean, what are the seats? What are the switch port detail? Who will provide you? TAM will provide you or IT team will provide you? Any idea? Guys, always remember local IT team will provide you. For example, if anyone is working in the service desk or L1 engineer, they will provide you the switch port details. TAM is manager. TAM is not going to provide you the switch port details. Done? Everyone. So now what you mention, we get the switch port detail from local IT team, which is mentioned below. Everyone, it's clear to all of you? Can you tell me? Done? Now, what local IT team will provide you? Local IT team is telling all stack number 1 in stack 1, there are how many switches? 3 switches. Done? Everyone. For example, serial number of the switch number 1 is, for example, XYZ. Here everyone, tell me. Serial number ABC. Serial number of switch number 2 is ABC. And for example, XXX. That is serial number of switch number 3. Done? Everyone. How many switches are in this stack? 3 switches. What is the serial number? XYZ, ABC and XXX. It's clear? Everyone. Now IT team will provide you one more thing. What is the IP address of that switch? I told you in the yesterday class, we configure the management IP. Yes or no? Yes, na? On access switch also we are configuring the management IP. What is the use of management IP? Who can tell me? I told you by the help of management IP, you can take the access of switch remotely. Yes or no? Yes, na? For example,
Yes.
right now, I am working from the home and I can take access of any switches remotely by the help of which IP? Management IP. Clear, everyone? Now IT team will provide you IP address of the switch. IP address means management IP. Is, for example, what is the subnet you are using here? 20.1.220.0. Yes or no? Are tell me, right? Na? Then management IP address also belongs from this subnet. For example, 20.1.220. For example, 11. This is the management IP address for this switch. Anyone who do not understand, it's clear.
Who is decided, sir? This one.
Sorry.
Management
Yes,
IP.
sir.
Management IP. Who is decided? L1 person or like actually which person?
As a network engineer, you decide basically when this Facebook client will launch. Whenever you are configuring or whenever you are launching any new client, you have to configure these things. Fine.
Yes, sir.
We created, for example, this IP address for as the management IP. Now, after that,
Management VLAN.
yes. Now, for example, on switch number 1, IT team is telling, I want port number. What is the port number? For example, 12, 14, 22, 32. This is the port number. I want to move in the VLAN number 220. On this switch, they want port number. For example, they are telling 42, 48, and for example, 10 to 20, like this. On this switch, they want port number 18 to 24, and for example, 32 to 48, like this. Done, everyone? It's clear? So you got these are the information you got from which side? Are you tell me? TAM side. Done, everyone? Are you tell me yes or no? Yes, na?
Management. Sir.
Yes. So these are the information we receive from the TAM side. Fine. Are you tell me? Clear? Now.
Yes, sir.
Now, what you need to do, this is the tab number 1, that is information. Fine. Now you need to create the second tab. And second tab name is pre-change. What do you mean by pre-change? Pre-change means you need to access the switch and check what you need to check. For example, TAM is telling these ports we want in which VLAN? VLAN number 220. So in pre-check, you need to check 2-3 things. First, you need to check, does VLAN 220 configured on the switch? Yes or no? Fine. What you need to do? You just write the command so VLAN brief. Done, everyone? Can you tell me yes or no? When you write the so VLAN brief command, you will see now all the VLAN which is configured on the switch. Yes or no? Yes. So just write so VLAN brief and check VLAN 220 is configured or not. Just take the snapshot and paste in tab number 2. So this is the first investigation you need to do. Second thing, write the command so interface trunk. When you write the show interface trunk command, then check is VLAN 220 allowed on trunk, yes or no? Getting my point, everyone? So this is the second investigation. Fine. Now, third investigation is run the command so VLAN ID, for example, 220 is already configured. Then write show VLAN ID 220. So VLAN ID 220 and then check what are the ports already part of VLAN 220. Fine, everyone. Otherwise, in fourth thing, what you can do, you can write so VLAN brief. When you write this command, you will see every VLAN which is configured on the switch, as well as in which VLAN what are the ports already configured or mapped. Getting my point? So in pre-change means before the change, you need to verify all the details and you need to take snap of every result and paste here in the pre-change. Getting my point, everyone? Are tell me yes or no? Clear? Anyone who do not understand? Tell me fast. It's clear?
Yes, I understand.
Yeah, it's clear.
Tell me guys, yes or no? Fast. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, clear, clear.
Okay, cool. Come in the pre-change. In pre-change, what we did guys? In pre-change, what we did? We need to gather the what? Current configuration. Yes or no? We need to gather the current configuration. Proof. Yes? Are tell me yes or no guys? Proof. And take the
Yes.
snap and paste it. Yeah. Clear na everyone? So you need to gather the current configuration proof and take the snap and paste it here. What are the information? First, tell me show VLAN brief. So when you write the show VLAN brief, what will happen? Tell me. By the
Freelance information to you.
help of this command, you get to know how many VLAN is configured here on the switch and which port are mapped with which VLAN. Yes or no? Anyone? It's clear to all of you? Are you tell me? Done? Okay. And step number 2, what you will do? You write so interface trunk. When you write this command, what you will get to know? By the help of this command, we check VLAN 220 is allowed over the trunk or not. Done? Everyone, tell me. Clear? By the help of this command, what we can check? We can check VLAN 220 is allowed over the trunk or not. Done na? Everyone. Are you tell me? Whatever the output you get, you need to take the snap and paste. Yeah. Done? Everyone. Tell me. Anyone who do not understand? Clear? Subhajit, you are understanding? Yes or no?
Yes, I understand.
Understanding?
Sir,
Yes.
one minute.
Yes, please.
Sir, if you configure the VLANs one by one, actually the ports to be assigned one by one. After that, show interface VLAN, you can see that. Then also that our show interface trunks are to show access ports mode is connected to trunk.
Sorry, I'm not getting.
Actually, the switch is a new one. All the ports are first
Why you are thinking the switches is the new one? Floor is already established, switch is already configured, each and everything is already configured.
Yes, sir.
Just there is a new client who is going to sit on this floor. That's all.
Okay, okay, okay. Sir.
Okay. So
Okay.
everything, trunk, everything is already configured. You need to only allow the VLAN, which is 220 on over that trunk. Fine.
Okay. Yes, sir.
That is not the complete floor setup. When you are going to complete floor setup, at that time you need to configure the trunk and everything. Fine.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Now, guys, that is the pre-change. Done. Anyone who do not understand, it's clear. Now, come to the next step. In next step, what we are going to mention about the change. Change means what are the things you are going to configure? Are tell me yes or no? Clear na?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, in change, there are two things. Change, there are two things. First one is what are the configuration you are going to do? It means that is configuration I am going to implement. Done, everyone. Are you tell me yes or no? It's clear?
Yes, sir.
Here we going to mention what configuration I am going to implement. Now, after this, you must have a backout plan. Backout plan means, for example, whatever you are going to implement, and any case, let's suppose that plan fail. That plan fail. What you will do? You must have a backout plan. Getting my point? Whenever you are going to configure anything in the real-time scenario, you must have a backout plan. If you do not have a backout plan, then you are going to in very trouble. Getting my point? For example, I can tell you the scenario. What will happen? For example, you got everything from the TAM side. Everything. And for example, you plan for the change on Saturday. On Saturday, you are planning for this change. Because on, let's suppose on Saturday, you are in the shift and you are doing this change. For example, there are how many switches? 3 switches? Yes or no? You got the request, how many switches? 3 switches, na? Yes or no? Are you tell me? Right, na? For
Yes, yes.
example, on switch
Yes.
number 1, you implemented the change. On switch number 2, you implemented the change. But suddenly you got the call from the TAM side and TAM is telling, hey bro, please wait. Please wait. Now client have different plan. Now clients wants different floor. What you will do? What you will do if you do not have a backup plan? Getting my point? Because this is not possible to remember each and every port. Which port is the part of which VLAN? Yes or no? Because on the switch, how many ports? 48 port. Yes, na? So this is not possible to remember. Getting my point, everyone? For example, if you got this type of call, what you will do? You are, if you do not have a backup plan, you are going to be in trouble. Right, everyone? So that's the reason every company wants backout plan. Getting my point, everyone? Clear? Anyone who do not understand? Tell me. Clear? Tell me, guys. Clear now?
Yes,
Okay.
sir. Yes.
Backout plan. That is our backout plan. For example, out plan. Here we are going to write our backout plan. Done, everyone. So here we are going to configure, here we are going to mention everything what we are going to configure. And here we are going to write the backout plan when we fail. Clear, everyone? Are you tell me yes or no? Done, na? Okay. Now, come here. First of all, we are going to information. In information, we have a switch. What is the serial number? XYZ. Right now, everyone? Yes or no? Okay. Now, mention here serial number XYZ. So, first of all, we are going to implement the change on the switch. Done? Everyone, are you tell me, guys? Yes or no? Yes?
Yes.
Now, what are the interface? Interface wants 1224. Yes or no? Right? What you will do? You will go in the global configuration mode. Yes or no? Are you tell me, guys?
Yes.
Right
Yes,
now,
sir.
this is the basic thing. In global configuration mode, what you will do? You will write the first. What is the interface? First of all, I need to write the interface. Interface range. What is the range? 12.
Fast Ethernet 12 to
For example,
24.
if you are using the fast Ethernet, then write the fast. If you are using the gig, then write gig. For example, gig. Then tell me, who can tell me?
12.
Now, please
Gig.
focus one thing. Whenever you are writing the port, na, generally we are writing fast Ethernet 0 by 0. Yes or no? Are you tell me, right? But in
Yes,
real
yes,
time,
yes.
you are writing gig 1/0/1, gig 2/0/1, gig 3/0/1, like this. Do you know what is the meaning of this one? Anyone? I'm giving you 1 minute. Who can tell me?
Slot actually slot one port is
Okay.
blade 0.
Anyone?
Module slot blade.
I think they are in group of 8 or 16.
Okay, for pipeline.
So like one group is like mentioned 1/0/1 and second group is /0/1.
Port 1, slot 0, number 1, for example.
Exactly. Yes, you are correct. Guys, I hope you guys know these things. This is gig Ethernet, right? Everyone. Done? Now, come here. 1, 2, 3. These things tells us about the stack number. What is
Stack number.
stack number? Are you tell me? Yes, na? Are you tell me yes or no?
Yes.
Right? Okay. Or not think like this, the stack number, or either you can think like that, the switch number. Okay, this is the best way. Fine. This is nothing. This is called slot number. Okay. And this is called what? Port number.
Port number.
Port number.
Port number. Fine.
Number.
Now, come here. First of all, tell me, this is the stack number 1. Yes or no? Yes? Are tell me right now. In stack number 1, how many switches are there? 1, 2, 3. Switch number 1, switch number 2, switch number 3. Yes or no? Yes, na? Right?
Yes.
Now, how can you write the port number here? Gig, right? This is switch number 1, 2, 3. Which switch number? 1. So 1/0/ port number is 12. Getting my point? Anyone who do not understand, please let me know fast. Understand? Now, on this switch, how can you write? Gig, switch number, this is switch number 2. So 2/0/. What is the port number? For example, 40. 40. How can you write this switch? Gig 3/0/, for example, port number 18. Like this.
Okay.
Understand, guys, everyone? Clear now?
Yes.
Now, come here, interface, range, gig 1/0/. What is the port number? 12, right?
12.
Now, gig 1/0/, then 24. Yes. Now,
Yes.
gig 1/0/, then port number 20, from 20 to 30. Right now, everyone, yes or no? Tell me, guys. Yes,
30,
na? Okay.
32, I think.
Oh, sorry. 32. Done. Copy it. Come here in the change. Here you need to write one command first. Default. What you need to write, guys? Default, and then paste it. Interface range, this one. Do you know what is the use of this command? Anyone? What is the use of this command? Who can tell me?
To connect the PC to switch interface.
Access mode.
Interface mode. Interface mode.
You can Google it. Get something. No? Okay, no problem. I can tell you what is the use of this command. Anyone know something? Who can tell me? Tell me, guys. Anyone? No? Just understand one
Without
thing.
without
what
Basic
I write here?
access mode.
What I write here?
default.
Default.
It means it is telling, or what it will do, it will just reset all the port which you mention here. Reset means just by default configuration. Done, everyone? Clear now? Understand? So when you write the default interface and you are writing the interface interface name, so what it will do? It will just reset all the configuration. Done, everyone? Understand? Tell me.
Sir, all
Clear now?
configurations are reset, sir.
Yes, just reset all the interface. Now on this interface, there will be a no configuration. All the configuration will be erased. Clear? I can show you. I don't think we can write on the GNS or not. I don't know. Let me try. For example, I took one switch. And for example, I connect one PC there. This switch is, for example, connected with the Ethernet 0/0. So guys, tell me one thing first. This one, Ethernet 0/0. This is the access port or trunk port? Access port?
Access.
Access.
Okay. Let me enable all the port. I hope my screen is visible to all of you, right? So,
Yes.
interface Ethernet 0/0. Oh. So, interface Ethernet 0 by what happened? So,
INT.
Ethernet 0/0. So see, this is the by default configuration on the switch, CISCO switches. Okay, that is by default because right now I didn't do any configuration. Yes or no? Right now, everyone. For example, I am creating here VLAN 110 or 1111. Name is Shubham. Exit interface Ethernet 0/0. I am writing switch port mode access. I am writing switch port access VLAN 111. Then SUT. Then no SUT. Tell me, done na everyone? Yes or no? I hope you guys understand what I did. Right? So VLAN brief. See, VLAN 11 is configured. What is the name? Shubham. Shubham name is there. Okay. And Ethernet 0x0 is the part of which one? VLAN 111. Done? Okay. Now, what is the command I told you guys? Tell me. What is the
Default.
command I told you? Go to the global configuration mode and write default
Interface range.
Ethernet 0x0. Fine. Now come here. So interface Ethernet
000.
0x0 and switch port. See now what is the configuration now?
VLAN
This
1.
is in VLAN number 1. That is by default. Yes or no? Everyone tell me.
Yes.
Right? So VLAN brief. See, VLAN 11 is there, but is there any interface? No.
No.
Now interface is the part of
Default VLAN.
default VLAN. I
Native.
hope you guys understand. So every time, whenever you are going to configure anything in the real time scenario, you must need to configure this one, because we need to first reset it. Reset the port, then implement the new configuration. Clear, everyone? It's clear?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So we write here default interface, blah, blah, blah. Fine. Now next one is, guys, write this one. Go to the interface. Fine. On this interface, now we are in which mode? We are in interface mode. Yes or no? Everyone, tell me. We are in interface mode. Done, na? For example, configuration interface Ethernet 0x0. We are in which mode? Interface mode.
Interface configuration mode.
Now we are going to configure each and everything. For example, I am writing the command description. Every time you need to mention the description. For example, description. We are going to configure this port for which project? We are going to configure for Facebook. Yes or no?
Data.
What is the name? Facebook data. Just copy it and just paste it here. That is for Facebook data. Fine. Now again you guys have question. Sir, why we write the description command? Yes or no? Everyone, tell me.
That is
For
the data. You are
other
the
network engineer checks this.
Okay. Very good. I am sharing you one line. Please read this line very carefully. Is this visible to all of you? Please read this line. Description, Facebook, LAN, network, data, whatever the name. What is the meaning of this line? This command set the description of the port. In this case, it's labeled Facebook LAN network. This is used for easier identification of what is the port connected to. Yes or no? Yes. For example, see here. Is it visible? Everyone, I am writing description Facebook data. Done? Tell me, guys, yes or no? Done, na? Okay.
Yes.
Now I am writing do so interface description and press enter. When I see Ethernet 0x0, I can easily tell you, na, this port is connected with which one? Facebook. This port is assigned to Facebook. Yes or no? Everyone, tell me. Clear?
Yes.
Yes. So what is the use of description? I hope it's clear to all of you. By the help of description, what we can do, this is easier for us to identify which port assigned to which project. Clear na, everyone? Tell me, guys, yes or no? Yes? Tell me.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Now, after that, we are writing the command switch port. Guys, whatever the things I am writing here, everything you must need to configure in the real time. Generally, every company is configuring their access port like this. Fine. So, I write here switch port. Any idea what is the use? I write here switch port. What is the use of switch port here? Anyone? No?
To maintain changes on ports, on switch ports.
Okay, cool. See, basically, when you write the switch port command, this command enable the interface to operate as a layer number 2. Please listen very carefully what I am telling. This command enable the interface to operate as a layer 2 ports. Fine. It prepare the port for switching rather than routing. Done, everyone? Clear? I hope it's clear to all of you. Done, na?
Sir, switch port is nothing but
When you write, again I am telling, for example, whenever you are configuring these type of configuration, generally you will configure on the L3 switch, because nowadays maximum company use L3 device. Done?
okay.
So every port either behave like a L2 or either L3. But why you are using this switch? You are using this switch to connect the end user. Yes or no? Yes. So if you are using this switch to connect the end user, then what we want? We want this switch, all the ports behave like a L2, not L3. Yes or no, everyone? So that's the reason on interface you must need to write which command? Switch port. When you write the switch port, what will happen? All the ports behave like a L2, not L3.
Yes.
It means all the ports perform switching, not routing. Clear? Anyone who do not understand? Okay.
If
So,
you
sir, in L2 switch, we
port is
also write
available.
this command, na? Switch port.
On L2 switch, you do not need to write. Okay, because
Hmm.
by default, all the ports is already part of switch port.
L2 switch. Switch
Yes.
port.
Interface Ethernet 0 by 0. What we need to write? Switch port. That's all. Done? Everyone, tell me, guys. Clear?
Sir, if it is L3 switches, sir.
Guys, what I told you this is the L3 switch. We are configuring everything here on the L3 switch. Fine. Now write the command, one more command. The command is, for example, switch port access VLAN. What is the VLAN? What is
220.
the VLAN?
220.
220. Anyone who don't know what is the use of this command? You already did the CCNA. So switch port access VLAN 220. It means we are going to move every port in VLAN number 220.
0.
Now switch port host. I write this command. Switch port. Just I copy this command and let me paste it here. I don't know it will paste. Yes. VLAN 220 is not there, so it will automatically create here. Fine. Now I copy this command, switch port, host, and I paste here switch port, host. When I press write the switch port host command, what are the notification you are getting? Switch port mode will be set to access.
Access.
Port mode set to access. Now spanning tree port fast will be enabled and channel group will be disabled. So 3 notification I am getting here. Guys, please remember, we are configuring which command? Switch port host. When you are going to configure switch port host, what it will do? This automatically configure the port as a access port. Which port? Access port. You do not need to write the command switch port mode access. No. When you write only single command switch port host, that port automatically converted into which one? Access port. And you know, on access port, what are the things disabled? Anyone? First of all, port fast will be enabled. Port fast will be enabled. What is the use of port fast? You guys can Google it and just try to understand what is the use of port fast. Second one is, guys, anyone? What is? Channel group will be disabled. Channel group means, tell me, ether channel. What is? Ether channel. Because on access port, we do not need ether channel. Where we configure ether channel? Between the switches, not on the access switch. Yes or no? Yes. So ether channel will be disabled. Done, everyone? Tell me. Understand na everyone? Yes or no? Yes. So we need to write the switch port host command. When you write the switch port host command, what will happen? By default, port fast will be enabled and channel group will be disabled. And automatically this port is configured in access. You do not need to write the separate command for this. Done, everyone? It's clear?
Yes.
Tell me guys first. Done? Okay. Now, there is a one more command. I told you, if you remember, nowadays this is not the part of CCNA. That is DTP, Dynamic Trunking Protocol. Right? Everyone? Right now? If you remember, in switching, I told you, nowadays we are not using the DTP by default. That is enabled on the switch. Okay. So what you need to do? Manually, you need to disable it. How can you disable the DTP? Anyone?
No.
Switch port.
Port.
No. I
No.
told you. No. Negotiate. What is?
Negotiate.
Negotiate. This is the command to disable the DTP. Try to write here. Switch port. No. Negotiate. Switch port. No. It is not taking, but in real time you need to write this command. Switch port. No. Negotiate. Done, everyone? Tell me. It is not taking. Done na everyone? But you must need to write which command? Switch port. No. Negotiate. Clear, everyone? Tell me. Guys.
Yeah.
In real time, you must need to write switch port. No. Negotiate. Maybe in global configuration here, but generally we are writing on interface. It's not taking. Switch interface fast Ethernet 0/0. Ethernet 0/0. Oh, face Ethernet 0/0. Switch port. I press the question mark. See, there is no option for to disable the DTP. Okay, na? But in real time, we must need to disable the DTP. Clear, everyone? Tell me. Understand, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Why is DTP disable?
Sorry.
Why DTP disable?
Why DTP we need to disable? You need to read this one for in DTP. Okay, DTP is the dynamic trunking protocol. By the help of DTP, you do not need to configure the trunk manually. Trunk automatically will we can make the trunk automatically. Okay, na? So that's the reason we do not want any port will configure as the trunk automatically. Okay, so that's the reason we need to disable it. Okay, now the next thing is we are configuring generally one command, that is what is that command? Yes, I got it. This one. Storm control multicast 50 40. Any idea what is the use of this one?
No.
Broadcast system.
No. We are writing, there are two commands. First for the multicast, then write the for broadcast, and then we write the one more command for the trap. Any idea what is the use of these three commands? No?
For multicast, maybe for multicast protocols.
Okay. See, when you are configuring this command, what it will do? It is limiting the multicast traffic. What it will do? It limit the multicast traffic on the port. Done? Everyone. Clear na? So here what I write? 50. 50 means what it is telling? 50%. 50 means what? 50%. It means when you are writing the 50, it means you are telling to this port maximum you can use 50% of the bandwidth of this link. How much? Tell me guys, how much? 50%. For which traffic? Multicast traffic. Getting my point? Everyone understand? Tell me guys.
Yes, sir.
Understand na? Okay.
Yes.
It means, for example, if you are using the 10 gig link you are using. So maximum how much bandwidth you can utilize for the multicast? 5 gig na? Yes or no? Yes. Maximum 5 gig you can utilize for the multicast. Now, if your switch is receiving more than, for example, 40 is telling the 40%. It means when your switch is getting more than 40% multicast traffic, immediately switch start sending the notification to where? SNMP server. Either you are using the solar wind, either you are using the, for example, WiredShark, or either you are using the logic monitor or any tools for monitor. Okay. So your NOC team will get the notification and your NOC team will inform the network administrator to check the things. Getting my point, everyone? Anyone who do not understand? Clear?
Yes, sir.
So basically this is the use of this command. Fine. So generally by the help of this command, what you can do? You can just limit the multicast traffic, because we do not want on a single ports maximum number of, for example, the bandwidth is 10 gig. I do not want complete 10 gig is used by multicast. No, never. Fine. Na? So we are running this command. So by the help of this command, we are setting the limit of multicast. Same here for the broadcast. And what is the use of this command? Trap. What is trap? Anyone? Any idea? What is trap? Tell me. Trap is nothing. Trap is used by SNMP, and trap is just like a notification. What is? Trap is just like a notification. Fine. Na? So let's suppose if you configure this command and this command, it means when your port receive, for example, 40% multicast traffic or 40% broadcast traffic, what your switch will do? Switch will start sending notification to which server? SNMP. Yes or no? Everyone tell me. Right?
Yes,
Huh? Okay. So what SNMP will receive the information by the help of trap. That is trap. Done na? So that's the reason. After these two commands, you must need to configure this command. Otherwise, your NOC team will never receive the notification. Clear? Everyone.
Sir, actually, access switches are the thing like 10 gig. Then also go to next higher switches are 40 gig, sir. Actually.
No, I'm just giving you the example. On access switch, generally you see 1 gig. Okay. Okay. Now, next thing is we write the command. What? Yes. Duplex full. Anyone know what is the use of duplex? I hope in the first classes I told you. Simplex, half duplex, and full duplex. Right?
Both are sending simultaneously one by request and response.
Yes, full duplex means sender and receiver both can send the message and receive the message at the same time. Are you tell me yes or no? Yes, na? Everyone?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Now, for example, if I write this one, switch port security maximum 4. Maximum 4. Anyone, any idea what is the use of this command? Anyone?
I think
For MAC addresses.
For MAC address, what?
For devices.
4 devices will be trusted.
Yes,
Like first
exactly.
device.
Exactly. You are correct. So, just a minute. Okay. Yes. Sorry, what are you telling? We are writing switch port security maximum 4. Yes. What is the meaning of this? This limit the MAC address that can be learned on any access port. It means now your switch port learn maximum how many MAC address at a time? 4. How many guys? 4. Fine. Basically, we are configuring this command to prevent the unauthorized access. Fine. Are you tell me? Clear now? So this is the use of this command. Switch port security maximum 4. It means by the help of this command, what we can do? We can limit the number of MAC address on a single access port. Done, everyone? Are you tell me? Clear? Now, what is the use of this command? Switch port security aging type inactivity. Anyone?
Sir, in case any device is not responding after like 300 seconds or something,
I
it
am
will
running
be
one
deleted.
more command here. Both command is related to each other.
Okay, after
Please try to understand. First, understand this one. Switch port security aging time is 10. And then I am writing aging type is inactivity. It means by the help of this command, I am telling to the switch, for example, this is the switch, and on this port, for example, MAC address ABC is learned. Fine. I am telling to the switch, if you found this MAC address ABC is not active for 10 minutes, what you will do? You just put what? Anyone?
Delete from MAC table.
Just remove this MAC address from the which table? MAC address table. Getting my point, everyone? This is the use of this command. Anyone who do not understand? So I write two command, switch port security aging time. So by the help of this command, we are defining the aging time. By default, what is the aging time for the switch? Anyone? 300 seconds, na? Yes or no? 5 minutes.
Yes.
Right? After 5 minutes, switch will flush the MAC address table, right? Now I am setting here 10 minutes. Now I am telling to the switch, if you do not receive any MAC address till 10 seconds, or if you see that MAC address is inactive for 10 minutes, what you will do? You need to remove that from the which table? MAC address table. Fine, everyone. Anyone who do not understand, clear? Now tell me one thing. All the three commands belongs to port security. Yes or no? Tell me. Right, na?
Yes.
All the three commands belongs to port security, but still you do not enable the port security. Understand? These three commands will work when you enable the port security. When you do not enable the port security, if you do not enable the port security, these command will not work. So you must need to write this command. Which port? Port security. What it will do? This enable the port security of the interface. Without this, none of the port security setting would work. Are it clear, everyone? Yes or no? Done?
Yes.
Okay. Now, after all the configuration, you need to configure one more command. Switch port spanning tree BPDU guard enable. Any idea? BPDU guard enable. If you have an idea of the STP, I think in STP I told you something about the BPDU guard. Right? What is BPDU? BPDU generally we are using for the root bridge election. Yes, no, everyone? Yes or no? Yes. On access port, we are not expecting any BPDU because on access port, who is connected? PC is connected. PC never send the BPDU. Who send the BPDU? Switch send the BPDU. So on this port, we are not expecting any BPDU. If your access port is receiving the BPDU on access port, it means definitely there is any unauthorized user or unauthorized device who is trying to connect with the switch. Must be that device is the switch. Right now, everyone? Yes or no? Yes.
So the switch will not forward it.
Yes, exactly. On access port, we are never expecting the BPDU. If there is another switch, then here you can expect the BPDU. But if there is, this is the PC. From PC, we are not expecting the BPDU. If on this port you are receiving the BPDU, it means definitely anyone connect here, switch. And that is unauthorized. Clear? Everyone, tell me. Right now? So that's the reason we configure the BPDU guard. What BPDU guard will do? This enable the BPDU guard, which protects the network from loop. What is loop? If the port receive the BPDU, what it will do? It will immediately disable the ports. Right now, I already told you error disable mode. Yes, na? Everyone. Can you tell me? Yes or no? Yes.
Yes.
Now, there is a one more command, and last command you need to configure on the access port, that is IP DHCP snoping limit, and then you need to write which command? No, cut. That's all. What is the use of this command? Anyone? Any idea? No? Tell me yes or no. Tell me.
IP pooling, sir. IP pooling.
Sorry.
IP pooling.
Okay, cool. I hope my screen is visible to all of you.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Phishing attacks.
Oof, what happened? Is it visible now, everyone?
Yeah.
Please read this. Once you read, you will understand everything. IP DHCP snooping limit 50. This limit how many DHCP packet the port can process per second to prevent the DHCP attack. The limit here is set to how much? 50 packet per second. This command in IP DHCP snooping limit to the 50 help to prevent the DHCP based attack. Yes, there are multiple DHCP attack. For example, DHCP snooping, right now everyone, yes or no? Yes. So basically we are configuring this command to limit the DHCP packet. It means in a second, max to max 50 packets your interface can process in per second. Getting my point, everyone? This is the use. What is DHCP snooping? DHCP snooping is the security feature that protect the network from rough DHCP server. Yes, that is the nowadays this is the attack. For example, if any attacker, what that attacker will do? They create the fake DHCP. Fake DHCP. Getting my point, everyone? So that is the attack. And certain type of attacks such as the DHCP starvation, DHCP spoofing. Yes, that is the type of attack, guys. For example, in your network, for example, there is a DHCP server. If you do not configure this command, for example, any DHCP fake DHCP server is sending continuously lakhs of DHCP requests. What will happen? For example, on DHCP, there is a pool of IP address. Yes or no? Right? So when your device will receive the fake request and your device is assigning the IP address after a couple of minutes, what will happen? This pool is now full or empty. Now the valid user in your company will not get the valid IP address. So that is the attack. Getting my point, everyone? Are you tell me yes or no? Yes, na? Tell me. Okay. So I am okay. Now I hope it's visible to all of you. So you guys can watch the video and you guys can read it. You guys can pause it and you guys can read it. Done? Everyone, tell me. Fine? Okay.
Yes, very fine.
So this is the configuration you must need to do when you are going to configure what? Access port. Done, everyone. Anyone who do not understand, please let me know. Clear? Done, na? Everyone. Now, in backout, what you will do? Nothing. Just go in the global configuration mode. What you will do? Again, write everything. Fine. What you will do? Every command you need to write. But only you need to change one thing. First of all, here in pre-change, you already write na so VLAN brief. Yes or no? So it means now you have already idea which port belongs to which VLAN. Yes or no? Right? So you already need to monitor 1/12, 1/24, and these ports belongs to which VLAN. Fine. For example, you found these all the ports belongs to, for example, LinkedIn. Fine. What you will do? For example, if your TAM is telling, please do not perform this change and you are in the mid of the change, you already implemented it. What you will do? Again, configure this one. What you need to do? You need to write only here. Instead of Facebook, what you need to write? LinkedIn. Fine. And for example, LinkedIn VLAN is 110. That's all. Because these are the basic configuration on every access port. Yes or no? This is the standard configuration for access port. Yes or no? Everyone, tell me. First, I understand everyone. Yes or no? Clear na?
So you put the old one here in backup plan, yeah?
Old one. That is the backup. Yes, that is the old configuration. Nothing else. Done? Tell me. Done na everyone? Yes or no? Yes.
Yes.
So basically this is the way you need to perform these changes on every switches. Done na everyone? Now after that you need to create one more tab that is for post change. What is guys? Post change. In post change, what you need to do? You need to collect the current configuration of the switch after the implementation. Done, everyone? Understand? It means you need to write again which command? So VLAN brief. Done. After that, which command you write? So interface,
This VLAN
and then you can write one more command. So VLAN ID, for example,
223.
fine na? Everyone. Anyone who do not understand? It's clear. This is the post change. So basically, we are doing the configuration like this. And here one more thing. On the same serial number, how can you allow the VLAN number 220 on the trunk? Any idea? Anyone? Tell me. Any idea? You know, na, I told you on the access switch, on every access switch, how many trunk ports are there in the real time? There are at least 2. Right now, if one will fail, you have the second one for the redundancy. Yes or no? Yes, no, everyone. Tell me, right? For example, in your case, for example, big 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, and 3, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Fine. These ports are trunk port. It means on these 2 ports, you need to allow the VLAN 220. Yes or no? Everyone, tell me. Right? What you will do? You need to write interface big 1/1/1. Done. After that, what you need to write? SWITCHPORT switch port. Tell me, guys. Trunk allow VLAN. Then add 220. This one. Same way, you need to write here, and only you need to change the word. Port number 4/1/1. Now again, you must need to remember one thing. Here we write the add keyword. Don't forget to write the add keyword. If you do not write the add, if you write only 220, what will happen? On this trunk, only 220 VLAN will be allowed. But for example, on this floor, there are multiple projects already running. Even you know na management VLAN running na, yes or no? Right na? And by the help of management VLAN, you are taking the console of that switches. So if you do not write the add, what will happen? Only 220 will allow and rest will be not allowed. And you will be in the trouble. It means all the rest project will down. Getting my point? Everyone. Understand? So every time, don't forget to write the add if there are multiple projects is already running. Clear? Everyone. Anyone who do not understand? It's clear? So now I hope you guys have better understanding in the real time how we process any types of request if you have a VLAN or trunk related things. Fine, everyone.